And yes, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Claude White, and as you just saw, Tyson Fury gets the seventh round TKO over Deontay Wilder. It was a very, I have to say it was a very dominant performance by Tyson Fury. The only round that I gave Deontay Wilder was the first round, no question about it. I mean, Deontay Wilder, let's face it. Listen, he can't talk about Anthony Joshua anymore. Let me tell you, Fury. I gave the first round to Wilder. If you wanted to, you could have gave it to Fury. From the second round on, it was all Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury. I mean, he beat him up. I mean, he just out physical Wilder. He bullied Wilder. I mean, he did exactly what he said that he was going to do. He used his 273-pound 6'9" frame, leaned it on him. Wilder really didn't have any answers for him. In fact, if you remember, even the last fight, I felt that Fury won the fight, but I was not mad with the draw. I'm gonna be honest, I was pretty disappointed in Deontay Wilder tonight. But let's face it, he has never been the most technically sound boxer. He never has been. And those chickens came back home to roost, in the words of the great Malcolm X, tonight against Tyson Fury. Referee Kenny Bayless did deduct a point in the fifth round from Tyson Fury for holding, and he did hold him. He did have him in a little bit of a headlock a couple of times. There were a couple of times where Kenny Bayless actually could have taken points from both Fury and Deontay Wilder. Wilder was definitely holding Fury's left arm a lot, but you could see even in the fourth and fifth round that Deontay Wilder was gassed. Now, even though a lot of people paid attention to the fact that Fury came in at a much bigger weight than he did the last fight, Tyson Fury was 259 pounds. He went up in weight to 273 pounds. Now, what Deontay Wilder did, even though he is a much smaller fighter, he also went up in weight, but I don't think Wilder, even though Wilder looked like he was in shape, he did not carry that weight well. He was laboring. A lot of that obviously was Fury leaning on him. I mean, like I said, he basically bullied Deontay Wilder. He went to the body, something that Deontay Wilder did not do. And I think that was the difference in the fight. In fact, the big shot of the fight, the turning point of the fight, is when Fury hit him with a left hook in the body. That was the very first knockdown of the fight. Deontay Wilder now is going to have to go back to the drawing boards. All that talk about Dillian Whyte, about Anthony Joshua, unifying the belt, actually that all transfers now to Tyson Fury. He is the man that beat the man. He is the number one man in the heavyweight division right now. There's no way around it. Deontay Wilder is now going to have to basically go through the ropes again. I'm not going to say that he's in the same position as Ruiz, because Ruiz, I mean, I don't know if he's even going to fight again. We do know that Deontay Wilder is a dedicated fighter. He's never truly out of shape. Now, he was laboring, but that was more because of the style of Tyson Fury, who fought a textbook fight when he had to do that. Yeah, it was a rough one, Mr. Greer. It was a very rough one if you are in the Deontay Wilder camp, no question about it. But Tyson Fury did exactly what he said was going to do. Now, he didn't knock him out in the second round, but he did garner the knockout midway in the seventh round. Yeah, he did. He beat him. He beat him up. He beat him down. I mean, it was like the old school Pittsburgh Steelers, and you know I have to go there being a Steeler fan. I'm talking about the Steelers of the mid-'70s, where they used to run the ball with that offensive line, that physical, like, hey, Jessica Truth, how's everything? Yeah, that was a very rough fight. In fact, I'll even say the Dallas Cowboys of the 90s, when they used that great offense, the Great Wall of Dallas, that offensive line used to just lean on the defensive line of other teams and wear him down, and they would go for the knockout punch with Emmitt Smith. That is what basically Tyson Fury did to Deontay Wilder. He would lean on him, use his 273 6'9" frame. He would lean on his neck. He would just put him basically in a headlock. He would rough him up. I mean, he just was much more physical than Deontay Wilder. It was sort of like what Shaquille O'Neal used to do when he was in his prime with the Lakers to smaller centers like a Rick Smits, like a Mutombo, like McCullough in the New Jersey Nets, the final time that the Lakers won with the Shaq Kobe Lakers at that time. He would just out physical other guys in the low post, and that is basically what Tyson Fury did to Deontay Wilder. Now, Wilder at the beginning, he hit him with a couple of good right hands, but he never, ever, not one time went to the body, and I do believe that was one of the downfalls of Deontay Wilder. Now, if I'm Deontay Wilder, I'm going to be honest, I think he does need to change the scenery. I have been saying that from the very beginning. If you remember even the last fight, I think that, and I forgot the guy who's in this corner, Mark Breland, excuse me. Mark Breland was at one time a welterweight champion of the world back in the 80s. He was a great jabber in his own right, and I do not believe that Deontay Wilder invested in the jab. No, he never does anything different. He was just too overconfident in using that right hand. He never used it. He never jabbed. He jabbed maybe one time to the body during the whole fight tonight. He very rarely went to the body even in the last fight, which was a huge deterrent as far as I'm concerned. He did not learn. He did not polish up. And you know what? He basically proved that you cannot teach an old dog new tricks. I was very disappointed in the way Deontay Wilder fought tonight. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, you have to be impressed with the game plan that Tyson Fury and his camp came out with. They follow it up to the letter. He leaned on him. He used his jab, and he went to the body, unlike Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder was bleeding profusely from both his left eardrum and from his mouth. He might have a broken jaw. I mean, that wasn't a soft jab. That wasn't a reach jab. I mean, he hit him with a very snappy jab. No question. Yes, and if you remember, and if you looked at the last time I talked about them fighting, he did not go to the body enough, and he paid for it tonight. And right now, Tyson Fury is no longer just the linear champ. He is the WBC World Heavyweight Champion. And he has set up basically a mega fight now with Anthony Joshua. You know he's going to take that championship back across the pond to England, where he has a chance to become the undisputed heavyweight champion against Anthony Joshua. Now, whether you like Tyson Fury or not, you have to be fair. I believe, listen, he deserved that fight, and congratulations to Tyson Fury. He definitely took the fight and took it from Deontay Wilder, no question about it. And I believe if and when he fights Anthony Joshua, that he will beat him. I mean, I understand Joshua looked somewhat impressive against Andy Ruiz, getting that championship belts from him. But let's face it, he is a standstill fighter, and he's not as agile as Deontay Wilder. Now, if you want to make the case that Joshua's a stronger puncher than Deontay Wilder, I really wouldn't make that case. Listen, we all know that Deontay Wilder, prior to this fight, had the best knockout percentage of all time in the heavyweight division. And also, Muhammad Ali's record is safe. He was attempting to tie Muhammad Ali for the same amount of heavyweight title defenses at 11. He failed to do so against Tyson Fury with the TKO stoppage in the 7th round. So hats off and congratulations to Tyson Fury. It will be interesting to see what he does with his next fight, who he'll fight next. You know what? He did go up in weight. I understand what you're saying, Ezell Greer. I I don't think Fury loaded up. I mean, he was almost 20 pounds heavier this fight than he was last fight. I believe that had a lot to do with it. And let's face it, Deontay Wilder was definitely intimidated by his size. I mean, if you notice, that jab kept him way off bay. He never had an answer. He never countered that jab. What he should have done was when he threw that jab, and it wasn't always lazy because it did have a snap to it, but when he did throw that jab, he should have came over the top with a right hand, but he never did that. But before doing that, if he had went to the body, he would have lowered his hands, and then he would have came over the top with the right hand. But unfortunately, Deontay Wilder never did that, and therefore, that is why Tyson Fury got his hands raised in victory after the stoppage by Kenny Bayless. And for all those people who think that it was a bad stoppage, remember that it was Deontay Wilder's corner itself that threw in the towel. It was not Deontay Wilder. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The new heavyweight champ, the WBC new heavyweight champion is now Tyson Fury. It is no longer Deontay Wilder. I tell you what, if Deontay Wilder wants me to train him, if the money's right, I would be more than happy to train Deontay Wilder, man. But I do believe that Mark Breland should no longer be his trainer. He should get a trainer more in the Teddy Atlas vein. Oh, you got your Johnny Walker? Well, I got my White Henny, but I'm not drinking tonight. And it's not just because Deontay Wilder lost the fight. It's also because I have a couple of things that I have to take care of soon enough. But here's to Tyson. Here's to Tyson Fury. And also, as I was saying, what Deontay Wilder should do is get a trainer in the Teddy Atlas vein. I won't say Freddie Roach. I don't think Freddie Roach would really help him. Somebody like a Teddy Atlas, even a Buddy McGirt, would be the perfect type of trainer for Deontay Wilder, because as far as I'm concerned, he stopped listening to his corner a few fights ago. In fact, let's face it. Oh, no problem, Nicky Med. No problem with that. And listen, I'm not a Wilder fan, but I'm not a hater either. I'm not a Fury fan, and I'm not a Fury hater. I just wanted to see a good fight, which is what we saw somewhat. We saw it mainly from the Fury side. We did not see it from the Wilder side. But we will see how he deals with defeat, because now he has to travel the long road. Now, I do believe that in between, Tyson Fury will more than likely fight a Dillian Whyte, which will also be more than likely across the pond in London, England. And then from there, he will probably fight Anthony Joshua either at the end of this year or at the beginning of next year. I'm not hurt, but I am disappointed by Deontay Wilder and the way he fought tonight. But congratulations to the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. He is now no longer just the linear champ, but he is the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. Please like, share, and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Claude White. Please take care, everybody, and God bless.